All right, a lot of people are going to be happy about this one. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and the most important home goods.
Have you ever wondered why, every time you step into a supermarket, you leave with a cart heavier than planned? The truth is, there are secrets that supermarket chains never want their customers to know. From how they arrange shelves and label products to the lighting and background music, all are designed to make you spend more. Today's video will reveal 13 hidden supermarket secrets to help you shop smarter and save significantly. If you find this information rare and valuable, please give it a like. 13. Don't shop when you're hungry. One of the most common mistakes shoppers make is going to the supermarket while hungry. It sounds simple, but it's actually a trap that can cost you a lot of money without you even realizing it. When your stomach is growling, all your senses become more sensitive to the smell of food, the sight of colorful snacks on the shelves, and tempting displays. The result? Your cart quickly fills up with items you didn't plan to buy. Think about it. How many times have you gone in intending to grab just some vegetables for dinner, but because you were starving, you accidentally added a box of cookies, a few bags of chips, or even a hot tray of fried chicken from the deli counter? That's exactly what supermarkets want, for you to shop hungry so you end up spending double what you planned. The solution is simple. Eat a small snack before heading to the store. A banana, a yogurt, or a small smoothie can fill your stomach just enough to keep your mind clear and resist impulse buys. Also, make a shopping list beforehand and stick to it. Don't let hunger guide your choices. You'll be surprised at how much money you can save with this small change. 12. Be cautious of 10 for 10 promotions. One of the classic tricks supermarkets use to tap into customers' psychology is those 10 for 10 or 8 for 8 or promotion signs. At first glance, it seems like a great deal. Buy the full quantity, and each item costs just $1. But the truth is, you don't need to buy all 10 items to get that price. Whether you pick 1, 2, or 3 items, the checkout scanner will still charge $1 per item. This means those 10 for $10 signs are designed to push you to buy more. Shoppers, afraid of missing the deal, often add extra items to their carts that weren't on their list, just to feel like they're saving. In reality, you're not saving anything. You're spending more on things you don't need. Some supermarkets go further by combining this trick with buy one get one free offers. If you look closely, you'll notice that sometimes the listed price is inflated, so the free item doesn't actually save you money. In some cases, buying a single item at its regular price can even be cheaper than the so-called attractive promotion. 11. Reweigh prepackaged bags. One thing few people notice at the supermarket is the prepackaged bags of items like potatoes, onions, or apples. The labels clearly state the weight, 5 kg or 10 pounds, but in reality, they're often lighter than advertised. This is usually due to rushed packaging or occasional errors, but in the end, customers lose out. You're paying for a weight listed on the package while getting less product. Surveys have shown that nearly half of prepackaged bags are underweight, sometimes by as much as half a kilogram. It might seem minor, but multiplied across thousands of bags, that's a significant profit for the supermarket. For you, it means paying extra for air instead of food. The solution is straightforward. Weigh the bags before buying. If the supermarket has a scale in the produce section, don't hesitate to check the weight. If there's no scale, a small portable luggage scale can help you stay proactive. Some might think it's a hassle, but this small habit can save you a surprising amount in the long run. 10. Shop the perimeter of the store. When you walk into a supermarket, most of us are drawn to the center aisles, packed with snacks, sodas, canned goods, and instant noodles. But if you want to shop smarter and save money, the trick is to focus on the perimeter of the store. This is where you'll find fresh items, vegetables, fruits, dairy, bread, meat, and seafood. These sections are restocked daily, sometimes multiple times a day, so the products are fresher and more nutritious. In contrast, the center aisles are mostly filled with processed foods that have long shelf lives and often contain high amounts of sugar, salt, or preservatives. They're convenient, but buying too many can hurt both your wallet and your health. Studies show that shopping baskets focused on the perimeter are not only cheaper but also help families maintain a balanced diet with more greens and high-quality protein. Here's a tip. Before going to the supermarket, make a list of essentials: vegetables, dairy, meat, eggs, bread, and stick to the outer aisles. Once you've got those, only venture into the center aisles for a few extras if absolutely necessary. This approach curbs impulse buys and keeps your cart lean and on target. 9. Read the PLU codes on produce. One of the lesser-known but incredibly useful tips for buying produce is to check the PLU code on the sticker. Those small numbers on apples, avocados, or potatoes aren't just for scanning prices. They reveal a lot about how the product was grown. Here's the simple rule. If the code has 4 digits, it means the produce was grown conventionally, possibly with chemical fertilizers or pesticides. But if the code has 5 digits and starts with a 9, it's organic, meaning it was grown with stricter standards and fewer chemicals and is safer for your health. For example, an apple with the code 4011 is conventional, while one labeled 94011 is organic. That small difference in the first digit makes a big impact on quality. This trick helps you spot the real deal, even if the supermarket misplaces items or staff mislabel them. There have been cases where avocados were labeled as organic, but had a 4-digit code, revealing they were just conventional produce in disguise. Like if you just learned something new. 8. Avoid the ethnic cultural section. One area that often sparks curiosity when shopping at a supermarket is the ethnic cultural section, the aisle with specialty foods from various countries. Here, you'll easily find soy sauce, sesame oil, kimchi, seaweed, or all sorts of prepackaged imported spices. It sounds tempting, but the truth is, you often pay a higher price while the quality may not be as good as what you'd get at specialty stores. The reason? Supermarkets stock these products in limited quantities, often going through multiple middlemen, which drives up the price. Plus, many items come from a limited selection of brands, making it hard to compare and pick the best quality. Meanwhile, if you visit an Asian grocery or a specialty market near you, you'll find the same soy sauce, seaweed, or snacks at a much lower price and often of fresher quality. Of course, this section can still be a fun place to explore new foods, but instead of buying in bulk here, treat it as a try-it-once experience. If you like something, it's better to switch to buying it at a specialty store or market, where you'll get both better prices and quality. 7. Toilet paper and paper products. Among the seemingly simple items that can easily mislead shoppers, toilet paper and paper products are definitely at the top. Many people assume that choosing the supermarket's private label brand will be cheaper and more economical, but the reality is different. Often, you're paying for lower quality products that run out quickly, costing you more in the long run compared to buying a major brand from the start. Why? Supermarkets often have exclusive deals with big paper brands like Kleenex, Cottonelle, or Charmin. As a result, the prices of these brands in supermarkets are sometimes not much higher than private label options, but the quality is noticeably better. The paper is softer, thicker, and more efficient since you use fewer sheets per use. In contrast, private label paper is often thin, tears easily, and requires more sheets, making it less cost-effective over time. Of course, there are a few exceptions. For example, some chains like Aldi have improved their private label quality, with brands like Papaya getting much better reviews than older versions. Or on Amazon, their in-house Presto paper has also earned praise from customers. But generally, when shopping at major supermarket chains, sticking with well-known brands is the safer and smarter choice. 6. Use cashback apps outside the supermarket. When it comes to saving money at the supermarket, most people think of hunting for promotions or using store loyalty cards. But there's a smarter way that not everyone knows about, using cashback apps outside the supermarket. These are independent apps, not tied to any retail chain, which means they offer real benefits to shoppers without locking you into one brand. For example, apps like Checkout 51 let you shop at any supermarket, then simply snap a photo of your receipt and upload it to get cashback. It might be just a few dollars, but over a month, those savings can add up to tens of dollars, enough to cover part of your next grocery bill. The great thing is that major brands like Nestlé, Kellogg's, Johnson & Johnson, and Procter & Gamble often have offers on these apps, so you can buy familiar products and get money back without chasing complicated deals. Unlike supermarket loyalty programs, which often only give you coupons for your next purchase, cashback apps return real money to your account or digital wallet. This is far more flexible and practical. Plus, you can double up. Use your supermarket loyalty card and upload your receipt to the cashback app to get benefits from both. 5. Don't buy bulk at the supermarket. One of the biggest mistakes shoppers make is thinking that buying in bulk at the supermarket will save money. Those giant packs of toilet paper, towering stacks of soda, or snack bags 3 times the normal size make it easy to believe you're getting a deal. But the truth is, supermarkets aren't designed to offer great bulk prices, and most of these deals don't actually save you money. The reason is clear. Traditional retail chains don't have the close supplier relationships needed to offer the high discounts you'd find at warehouse clubs like Costco, Sam's Club, or BJ's. Those places are built for bulk sales, with business models based on large quantities and membership fees. Meanwhile, regular supermarkets calculate profits on individual items, so even when you buy more, the per-unit price isn't always cheaper. In fact, many bulk items at supermarkets are just larger versions of regular packages, but the price per unit is often the same or even higher. For example, a large bag of snacks might cost more than buying 2 smaller bags combined. The same goes for sodas, soaps, or toilet paper. They're packaged in big bundles to seem like a value, but they're rarely a better deal. The only exception worth noting is when supermarkets run special case sales for canned goods like soups, fruits, or cereals. Then you might get a 5 to 10% discount. But unless it's a specific promotion, buying in bulk at the supermarket usually just means spending more at once without real savings. 4. Don't skip the frozen section. In the eyes of many shoppers, the frozen section of a supermarket is just a spot packed with boxed pizzas, French fries, ice cream, and all sorts of greasy fast food. So they often breeze through it quickly, seeing it as an unhealthy area. But the truth is, if you know how to choose, this is a forgotten treasure trove where you can find high-quality foods at very reasonable prices. Today, supermarkets have changed how they display and stock the frozen section. It's no longer just full of processed foods. There are plenty of frozen fruits and vegetables that are prepped and frozen right after harvest. This keeps nearly all their nutritional value intact, sometimes as fresh as the produce in the regular vegetable aisle. You can easily buy frozen mango, strawberries, or blueberries for smoothies, or pre-cut vegetables for soups and stir-fries. Super convenient and time-saving. Another big advantage of frozen items is their longer shelf life. If you don't use fresh produce within the week, it can wilt and end up as waste. Frozen foods let you stock up while preserving nutrition, which significantly cuts down on waste. Not just veggies, many frozen seafood options in supermarkets are reliably high quality. Shrimp, salmon, or cod come vacuum-sealed and frozen at the source, sometimes fresher than the fresh stuff that's been sitting on display all day. The key is to read labels carefully and prioritize products with minimal additives and low sodium for better health. 3. Shelf arrangement tricks. If there's one familiar trick that every supermarket uses, it's how they arrange products on the shelves. Don't think the bottle of soda you always buy being right at eye level is a coincidence. In reality, brands pay for those prime shelf spots, right at adult eye level. This is the easiest area for customers to see, and it makes you most likely to toss items into your cart. On the flip side, cheaper products or less promoted private label items are often pushed to lower shelves near the floor or high ones out of reach. This forces you to bend down or stretch up to grab them. And most shoppers, in a hurry or feeling lazy, will just pick the items at easy reach in the middle instead of searching further. The result? You spend more money without necessarily getting the best choice. It's not just about height. Even the end-of-aisle displays, end caps, are prime real estate in supermarkets. Many promotions are placed there to catch your eye, but sometimes the real value isn't cheaper. It's just the display that makes you think you're getting a bargain. That's the power of arrangement. No need to force you, just guide your eyes and habits, and the supermarket has successfully lightened your wallet. 2. Clever expiration date placement. One secret that almost anyone who's shopped at supermarkets multiple times can spot. The way expiration dates are arranged on shelves is never random. Supermarket staff are trained to put products with the nearest expiration dates at the front, while newer stock with longer shelf lives goes to the back. This might sound logical. It helps the store sell inventory quickly and avoid waste. But for customers, if you're not careful, you'll bring home milk cartons, yogurt packs, or loaves of bread that are only days from expiring. Try checking the dairy aisle. The first carton you grab might have just 3 to 4 days left, while one from the back could last over a week. At the same price, you're clearly at a disadvantage if you rush and take the front item. The same happens in the bread aisle, with bottled sodas, and even with packaged meats and veggies. The difference in shelf life can save you quite a bit by avoiding throwing out spoiled food you didn't finish in time. The solution is simple. Make the effort to reach for items from the back. Just extend your hand a little more, and you can pick fresher, newer products that last longer. This isn't being stingy, it's smart shopping. 1. Music and lighting. One thing few people suspect when shopping at a supermarket is that music and lighting are set up to influence your buying habits. It sounds unbelievable, but this is a trick that most major retail chains use to keep customers around longer and buying more. The music in supermarkets is usually slow, soothing tunes. The slow rhythm makes you walk slower, linger longer at each aisle, and increases the chances you'll add a few extra items to your cart. If you compare, you'll notice trendy clothing stores play upbeat music to speed up decisions, while supermarkets do the opposite. The gentler the music, the more likely you are to wander the aisles longer. Lighting is another subtle weapon. In the produce section, bright white lights make fruits and greens look fresher. In the bakery or prepared foods area, warm yellow lighting makes the food look more appealing and mouth-watering. Some stores even use strong lights to make ice in freezers sparkle, drawing your eye to bottled drinks and making them more inviting. It all aims for one goal: to get you to buy more than you planned. Grocery shopping is a routine activity, but if you know these secrets, you'll notice a real difference. Buy only what you need, save significantly, and avoid being led by sales tricks. From reading those tiny codes on fruits, sticking to the fresh perimeter aisles, to being wary of flashy promotions, all of it helps you take control of your wallet. If you want to shop smarter, please subscribe.